Good afternoon, everybody, on a Monday afternoon. Beowulf kind of coming at everybody this morning. Thought I'd get on here, do another little video this morning, or this afternoon anyway. Uh, did one yesterday and I talked about doing a little fishing when I had a little time. And on the video that I made yesterday, then I got to thinking after I made it, I didn't say anything about the fish story or anything. You know, anytime you go fishing, you always got to talk about the one that got away. So I decided just jump on here and we'll give her a talk about, we'll talk about that one that got away from me. And before I get started, I'm smoking a stick here. It's called Dark Shark. Pretty good little stick. So anyway, get back to the story on the fishing. Well, I got out to the lake, got my boat off the trailer, got it out in the middle of the lake, got across over to the bank on the other side of the lake. So I was sitting there kind of enjoying the peace and quiet, and all of a sudden, boy, I got a big old strike. I could tell it was a pretty good sized fish because he hit that bait pretty hard. But that cotton picking fish, either he run underneath an old tree stump or got wrapped around a log or something on there. I was having a heck of a time trying to get him untangled down there so I wouldn't lose him. Well, about that time this guy happened to see me kind of struggling around with him. He come up side of me in his boat. He said, "Hey, bub," he said, "see you having a little problem there." He said, "Need some help?" I said, "Man," I said, I think I got a big old fish down there and he's hung up on something." He said, "Well, I've been out here doing a little skin diving." He said, "I'll just slip my tanks on and go down there and see if I can get him untangled for you." And I said, "Man, I appreciate that. He feels like he's a pretty good sized fish." So that's what he did. He slipped them tanks on. He went down there and messed around there and stayed down there for a little while. Directly he come back up. He said, "Sir," he said, "you wouldn't happen to have a long pole or anything, would you, in your boat?" I said, "Well, I got a fairly long boat paddle. That's what that do." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Let me have that boat paddle." And he said, "I'd be able to get him with it." He said, "Because he's down there and he's hung up in an old car body." And he said, "I'd take that boat paddle down there and maybe I can run him out of that old car body and you can reel him on in." I said, "Well, I sure appreciate that." And I handed him that boat paddle. He took off down underneath the boat there. Stayed down there for quite a while. I was getting where I was a little bit concerned about him. Well, for a few minutes, he come up. And, of course, that line, I was still pretty tight. And I said, "I don't know." I said, "Did you get him out of there?" And he said, "No." He said, "Sir," he said, "that's a pretty cotton picking smart fish." He said, "That's a big old catfish. And he's pretty smart." I said, "Well," "you can't get him out?" He said, "Or what?" He said, "No." He said, "Every time I go to poke at him with that boat paddle," he said, "that cotton picking fish roll the window up on me." Well, that's my fishing story, and I'm gonna stick with it. But by the way, while I'm on here, I'd mentioned about a young man, and I couldn't remember his channel yesterday, and I tried to put it in the bucket when I put the video up. I couldn't figure out how to get it down in the bucket because I'm still trying to figure these things out. And besides, ours has been giving us a few fits, our computer and stuff. I tell you, they could take these things and throw them out in the middle of the ocean. It wouldn't bother me a bit. I got along just fine before these cotton picking smartphones and computers come along. But anyway, uh, I think if I can get his name right, because it's a mouthful, I'm going to tell you. It's a pipe smoking knife maker. I believe that's his channel that he goes by. Oh, Cliff was kind of telling me about him. And of course, everybody knows me and the ninja. We go way back. We both kind of raised in the same area. 'Cause I'm from Arkansas, just like he is. And we grew up not too far away from each other. Just a different time period. I'm a little bit older than he is, and definitely a whole lot better looking. Or I think so. I can't blame that on his upbringing. But yeah, old Cliff, he's a good old boy. I really enjoy Cliff. And when I go back home and visit him with kinfolks, I'll try to look Cliff up, because I tell you what, I really enjoy Cliff's company. He's a really nice fellow. And but yeah, and also I want to kind of mention about Donnie, Hillbilly. I'd found out Sunday that his wife had come down with some form of cancer. I don't quite remember whether it was breast cancer or what, but I think she's going to have to go in for some chemo or some kind of cancer treatment. And so I'd like for y'all to keep Hillbilly and his wife in your prayers, and hope that everything works out fine for them and everything. Because I really have enjoyed old Hillbilly. He's really a nice fella, and just like everybody else on the YTPC, this pipe smoking knife maker, he couldn't have picked a better place to spend his time at, coming on here listening to a lot of us guys. And I think he'll really enjoy the channel. Seemed like an awfully nice young man, and I kind of listened to him and everything. To me, he talks like a young man in an old soul body. He's always talking about how old things are and everything. But to me, he's still just a young pup. But awful nice young man. So welcome him into the YTPC. Jump over on his channel and give him a holler at. I know I'd like to welcome him into the YPC, and I don't think he could have found a better place to hang his hat at. So, but yeah, there's my fishing story, and like I said, that's my story, and I'm gonna stick with it. Because you always got to have a good fishing story when you go fishing. You always got to talk about the one that got away, because how else are they going to prove that you didn't catch him? Like for you to kind of keep Miss Kathy in her prayers. She's getting where she's feeling somewhat better, but had her over to the doctor's office today, and they're going to start her with a round of steroid shots in her back and see if that don't help a little bit more. She's had some pretty rough times here lately, and I tell you, I don't know what I'd do without her. She's kind of the backbone around here. She's the one that keeps things running, and me trying to figure out these computers and stuff like that. I tell you what, that's a full-time job. uh, these things, they don't want to work the way I want to work. Uh, Really, they won't be a pain in the rear. But uh, I'm trying my best to figure them out. Of course, every once in a while, when she feels like it, I have to ask her a few questions: how you do this, or how you do that. But she she's one that keeps this place going. All I am is just a hired help around here. uh, she pays the bills. I just do the hard work. And but I think most of us guys are like that. We depend on our wives quite a bit. Uh, they're well overworked and sure enough underpaid. Uh, Sometimes us guys, we don't give them enough credit. Uh, I know my wife, she makes sure the bills are being paid and keep me pointed in the right direction. And I tell you what, that'd be a full-time job just by itself, trying to keep this old Indian guy straightened out. Because I tell you what, I can get into more trouble and not even leave the house than anybody, I think. But anyway, I just want to get on here and wish everybody a good day on a good Monday. Hope work hasn't been too bad, and have a good week. And well, we'll catch you down the road, and we'll be hollering back at you for too much longer. And you never know. I might jump on here and do a video every day of the week, but I doubt it. I doubt that pretty seriously. man, these smartphones and these smart computers and one dumb old Indian, we just don't see eye to eye to things. So, God bless each and every one of you, and tell you like my grandpappy always said, may all the angels in heaven smile down upon each and every one of you, and the good Lord and all the angels wrap their loving arms around you and keep you and your family safe and warm. My tongue's getting tied, which I think y'all could tell that. So God bless each and every one of you. Wado.